All right. We gonna learn today. Let me put some light on in here. I keep forgetting to put the light on. Okay, so, where we at? I don't even know where I'm at. Here we go. All right, so yeah, we are live right now, live from the village right now. It is 11 minutes past 8 p.m. right now on the 22nd of November 2021 right now. We are about to watch Kung Fu Hustle right now, Netflix movie night right now. Wagwan people, wagwan. Okay, so yeah, it's movie night, watching Kung Fu Hustle. If you're not already, make sure you got it lined up on zero. I'm gonna press play in a little while, give a countdown to that. This one could be an awkward one though. I have seen this movie before. It's probably best that you've watched this movie before as well, I'm thinking, because it turns out this movie is in is it Cantonese? Let me check before I just become racist. One sec. Which language is this? It is it doesn't even say. But yeah, I think it's Cantonese with English subtitles, and there's no English dub. Now, normally I would say that if you're going to watch a movie in a foreign language, it is best to watch it in the original foreign language with the subtitles. That's my normal kind of default way of watching movies. However, when it comes to the movie nights, you know, it's a little bit different because, you know, we're talking throughout the movie and all that kind of stuff. So in that case, it's kind of better to have the English on, or at least a language that you understand on. That way you can listen to it a little bit and still participate in the chat a little bit. And even though you kind of miss stuff because it's in a language you understand a bit better, it's a bit different. Whereas when it's in a language you don't understand and you're trying to read it and then keep up with the chat and then talk, and then, you know, it can get a little bit awkward. So this one could be a little bit awkward, but nonetheless, I've seen it before, so I don't think I'll be too lost with what's going on. But for anybody who hasn't seen it before, yeah, yo, Wagwan Sam, it is going all right. It is going all right indeed. How's it going for you? Big up to Sam coming through. I think this might be. And I don't know, it's not like I've got like records to prove it or anything, but I think this might be the first time, or at least the first time in a while, that you came in the chat before Alan did. So that is, I think this might be the first time, possibly the first time ever, certainly the first time for a while, I think. So yeah, Sam's in the chat before Alan. Big up, Sam. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining the live stream. I've bought some stuff on the internet today, actually, and hopefully it should be arriving tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I think some stuff should be arriving tomorrow, and maybe a couple of one other thing arriving on Wednesday. But yeah, I bought some stuff because I have some plans. I bought me a Stream Deck, which is the Elgato Stream Deck. You're doing all right. That's awesome. Good to hear. Alan, in your face. Had to happen sometime, man. Hopefully he's doing all right. Maybe we'll see him a bit later. But yeah, it's I bought the Elgato Stream Deck, so that should help with the streamings and stuff. And I also bought a new microphone. It's a smaller microphone, so this is my large microphone that I use for this. And I originally bought this because I wanted to get into podcasting, okay, which I still do. Well, I guess I have been doing it, but you know, not in a big way. I still want to get into it properly, but that's kind of what the plan is actually. So this microphone ended up being used on my desk and for this, which is cool. But however, the thing is that I feel like if I'm going to do podcasting, when I consider like my day and the things I do and the time that I have to do it in and every kind of all that kind of stuff, the only time, not the only time, but I think one of the main times I'm going to get to do it is when I'm in my car, like, you know, so I'm out and I could be in my car and kind of do it there. Yo, big up Al. So yeah, I wanted to buy a smaller microphone to use for that, and then so hopefully that works out that way. It's a pretty cool mic, at least it looks like a pretty cool mic, got some good reviews, so yeah. That should be arriving tomorrow. But yeah, we were just talking about Alan Evans 37. I was just saying that I believe this is the first time, possibly the first time ever, but I felt certainly the first time in a long time, in a while, that Sam was in the chat before you. Like, normally you're in the chat before anybody else. Before anybody else, normally Alan is in the chat first. Today, Sam was in the chat first. So, is this the start of a change? But how you guys doing? How you doing, Al? Alan Evans 37 in the house. I saw this thing on Twitter actually. Yeah, I got a pimple, by the way. I don't know if you can say it. It's just probably quite, yeah, I think it's quite large. And well, I kind of thought you'd call it a pimple because it's died out. It's just, I guess it's a dead pimple. And hopefully it's on the side of healing now. But yeah, while it's healing, got that mark left on my cheek there. Cheek? Chin? What's this bit called? That's your chin. Is that your chin or your cheek? That bit there, under the lip. I guess your chin is, because your chin's there, your cheek is there. So what's this called? That's not really a cheek or the chin. I don't know. Cause I guess that's the more, because the chin is more here, the front bit, right? This is the chin, and this is the cheek. So I guess this is the cheek as well. I'm not sure if this is the cheek or the chin, but yeah, it's right between the cheek and the chin, possibly on the cheek or on the chin, depending on where the cheek ends and where the chin begins. I think that's what we need to find out. Where the cheek ends and where the cheek begins. Where the chin ends rather than where the cheek begins. Or yeah, one of those ways. And then where this is, and then decide which one is it, the cheek or the chin. Or is it like a special area that has its own name, and maybe that's what we call it. Doing alright, good to hear, man, good to hear. Oof. Well, I know you're streaming from now on. I will have my phone glued to me, ready to win. I'm that childish. Ooh, Al's got some stiff competition coming up. But yeah, I saw this thing on Twitter today actually, and it was to do with, I don't know if you, well, I didn't say it myself, but I saw people talking about Adele, where she did that whole thing, and she was talking about one of her teachers, right? And so there's this whole kind of article about, you know, how teachers, you know, could impact, a positive impact that teachers can have on pupils. And I saw somebody post on Twitter, and it kind of got a whole bunch of like comments and replies and stuff, and that's how it ended up in my feeds, where they said, tell us it said, if you had a black female teacher, I want to hear those stories. So you open up the article, and it's like all these stories about people with their black female teachers and how they're inspiring them, and it's kind of, and all this sort of stuff. And I was kind of thinking of my school days, and I was like, you know what? I did have a black female teacher at one point, but you don't want to hear that story. You don't want to hear that story. Let me let everybody have their uplifting moments, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You don't want to hear that story. But now that I'm in the village, let me tell that story before we get into Kung Fu Hustle on Netflix. And if you haven't already, line it up on 0. But yeah, so back in school, we had a teacher. I don't remember her name, actually. I don't remember her name, but we had one teacher. And I mean, she wasn't a bad teacher or anything like that. But she was a bit on the rude side, I'd say, from what I remember. She was quite a bit on the rude side. Like, she was very kind of short with people, very kind of like, you know, just kind of not in your face, but, you know, she was very blunt at, you know, that kind of thing. And at the time, I mean, I'm like, I guess, what, 14, 15 or something like that at the time. And, you know, that kind of stuff, it kind of comes across as, you know, not a lot of people liked her very much, put it that way. Like, not a lot of people liked her very much. Now, she may have very well had very good reasons for being the way she was. I don't know. But end result was that not a lot of people liked her very much. However, we would always ask her for help. More specifically, all the boys would ask her for help. And yeah, I think that might explain a few things. But yeah, because she would wear these blouses, right? And the blouse, she'd have the top 3-4 buttons undone. And so you'd call her over for help, and she would just lean over the table with this blouse, with her blouse buttons. And I don't know if she was aware of this. I really don't. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. I don't know. No, I never asked her. I don't know if anybody ever asked her. But yeah, we'll call her for help, and she'll lean over, and then everybody would be like, and it'd always be some guy like, oh yeah, I asked her for help last time, you asked for help. Just go over, go ask for help, go ask for help. No, I did it already, that's your turn, innit? Nobody really liked her very much, because like I say, she was kind of rude, kind of blunt, that kind of thing. But we would always ask for help. Oh man. Never had a black teacher. They were mostly old men. I think most of my... Well, it's actually in primary school, I think most of my teachers were female, actually. Yeah, most of my teachers were female, except for the headmaster. All my teachers were female, except for the headmaster. Yo, what up, Tommy Crossbones? I love me some Kung Fu action. Nice! Yeah, we're watching Kung Fu Hustle today, so if you haven't already, it's on Netflix. Get it on Zero, and I'll let you know when to press play. Whether you got it on Netflix or whether you got it on DVD or any other means. Yeah, if you line up on Zero, and I'll do a countdown to press play in a moment. But yeah, what's that? Yeah, so yeah, most... Oh, there we are. Yeah, so most of my teachers, all my teachers in primary school were female. I don't think I had a black teacher in my primary school. I don't think I had a black teacher in my primary school. I think they were all white females, all white women in my primary school. But yeah, the headmaster was a dude. And I remember his name. I'm not going to say his name. But I remember his name for all the wrong reasons. He wasn't... Well, put it this way. I guess at the time... I mean, this is 80s, so it's a different time. But I remember, like, he would call you... If you were in trouble, he would call you into the office. And he would, like, tell you off. And by the way, this is at a time when it was legal to put hands on kids, right? Now, we never got beats, like, proper beats like that. But what he would do, he would, like, he would, like, poke his finger into your chest. And he would be like, don't do that again. Like, he'd be like that. Now, bear in mind, this is like primary school, so I'm, like, I don't know, like 6, 7, 8 years old, something right about that age. So you're, like, tiny, right? And you got this big grown man with his big finger. It felt like tree trunks being thrown into your chest. Like, boo, boo, boo. And you're just trying your hardest not to cry, like... So, yeah. Traumatic. Well, maybe traumatic's a bit strong, but certainly not pleasant memories of the one male teacher I had in primary school. But I do remember one really cool teacher that I had in primary school, Mrs. Woodford, who was awesome. She would have like these reading sessions, and where she'll read to us from a book. The book was called Good Night, Mr. Tom. And I don't know how many times she read that book, but it must have been a lot, because she would do all the voices and everything. And yeah, it became one of my favorite books because of that. So yeah, big up Mrs. Woodford. When I was in year 7 on my first day, my geography teacher said to me I should wear my French maid outfit. I didn't know what that meant. Oof. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess you know what I meant now. That is I hope that teacher got fired. Damn. But then again, I suppose at the time, because you wouldn't have known what it meant, I guess he probably would have been said it to all kind, or loads of people, or potentially loads of people, and they didn't know what it meant. Didn't know that's a problem. When you were 7, you know. Oh wait, year 7 actually. My bad. My year 7. How old is year 7? Year 7 is 14, 12. No. Yeah, 12, 13. Yeah. Still a problem. Still a problem. I love Good Night, Mr. Tom. Oh, you read it? Oh, awesome. Yo, what up, Derek? Wagwan. Derek Metcalf. Word Life. Yeah, End of Mice and Men. That book I haven't read actually, but yeah, I've heard that's one I should probably do at some point. I haven't read a book for ages actually. I should probably do that too. Let's probably read a book at some point. Might come in handy. Got the movie Pause and Zero. Nice, Alan's ready. But yeah, Good Night, Mr. Tom. I don't have it. No, I don't have it, but I did read it. I think like 2-3 times after leaving primary school. But yeah, they made a movie of it at one time. The movie wasn't particularly that good, actually. But yeah, the book was awesome. And yeah, just the way she read it and the way she did all the voices. I remember just those sessions we'll be sitting down. And I don't know, I guess about 15, 20 of us, however many were in the class. And we're all just like, into it. Just like, And I remember the very last line of the book, where the boy was saying to Mr. Tom, he said, and he calls him Dad, and it takes him a while to realize he's talking to him. He's like, Dad, I'm growing up. And that was oh man, yeah. 12, 13 is year 7. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, that's a problem, man. Oof. I got Kung Fu Hustle, Shaolin Soccer, the entire set of Monkey Magic, and the original Kung Fu series starring Dave Carradine, and many more. Oh, nice. So you big into Kung Fu then? Okay, what's your favorite Kung Fu movie, Tommy? In fact, anybody in the chat right now, actually, if you have a favorite Kung Fu movie, let me know. I would say my favorite Kung Fu movie, if we're talking like pure Kung Fu, I'd have to go with Warriors 2. I don't know how many people know about that film. I think it's probably not that famous outside of Kung Fu movie circles, but it stars Casanova Wong, and it also has what's his name again? Sammo Hung, who you might know. Sammo Hung was in. He did a TV show, an American TV show with Antonio? No. The guy that was in Coming to America. Not Eddie Murphy, the other one. He was a talk show host. But yeah, he did a TV series with him. So yeah, that you might know that name. And he did a lot of movies with Jackie Chan back in the day as well. But yeah, Sammo Hung was in. I think he wrote and directed it as well, actually. I can't remember, but he's in it. Casanova Wong's the star. And it's just sick. Like, the whole movie is just like, from beginning to end, wicked. I mean, like, the story is like, okay, it's not bad. It's fine for what it is. I mean, the stories in Kung Fu movies are hardly ever stellar, right? But yeah, just for straight Kung Fu, wicked action, everything on point, moves, bad guy, everything, all of that, and the final fight scene, wicked, man. It's just sick, proper sick. So yeah, I would say Warriors 2. And by the way, Warriors 2 as in TWO, not 2 as in number 2. It's not a sequel. It's actually called Warriors 2. There isn't a Warriors 1. Well, I mean, there's probably a film called Warriors, but you know what I mean? The film's called Warriors 2, as in, because there's 2 warriors, is what it comes down to. But for some reason, it's called Warriors 2 rather than 2 Warriors. I don't know. It's a naming convention, I guess. And when you translate one language to another, it comes out weird, I guess. But yeah, Warriors 2, wicked film. If you like Kung Fu movies, definitely check that one out. Awesome. He did leave, not after. Okay. Well, hopefully he ain't teaching no more. Hopefully he ain't around no kids no more. I used to watch Bruce Lee when I was a kid. I am, man, like Bruce Lee. Yep. There was a Warriors 1. Oh, was there Warriors 1? Was it good? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no, so Warriors 2, as in TWO. But yeah, awesome film. I mean, I think there is a film called Warriors, actually, like, or Warrior, maybe it's called, the one with Tom Hardy. I think it's called Warrior, or maybe not Warriors, but yeah. But Warriors 2, martial arts movie, kung fu film, awesome. In fact, you know what? Real quick before we start, let me try and get this on the screen real quick. Let me put this over here. Let's see. Warriors 2, 1978. You know, I didn't realize it was that old. I did not realize it was that old. Okay, Chrome, and I'm gonna need to refresh this. Property as. There we go. So this is the movie. We get some images, but yeah, this is it. Warriors 2, a film by Sammo Hung. Alright. So, from one Kung Fu film to another. Let me switch over to this screen. What's going on with that? Why is the chat showing in? I'm not sure why the chat is showing in the box down here. I ain't sure what's going on actually. But something a bit weird, something not right with the buttermilk. But I don't think it's too much of a problem. I'm just not sure why it's doing what it does. Did I have this in the wrong side? No, maybe. Something ain't right with the buttermilk. Alright, so I'm going to do a countdown. It'll be 3, 2, 1, play. So on your marks, get ready. And in 3, 2, 1, play. There's one black teacher at my kid's school. She works in year 1. She is such a sweetheart. So everybody's had a good experience with a black teacher except me. Oh well. Actually, I don't know. I guess my experience wasn't exactly bad. I mean, I got a view out of it, I suppose. Alright, let me turn this down a bit. It might be a bit too loud. Inspector Chan. I wonder why. Okay, oh, I think I know what it is. There we go. We got it fixed. So yeah, this could be awkward. It's in what language is this? Cantonese, yeah. I was right the first time. Oh yes. It's in Cantonese and there's no English dub. She's honestly really nice. I had a dizzy spell the other day and she pulled me inside and sat with me. So it's always nice to hear when people do kind things like that. Yo, Derek Metcalf just followed on Twitch. Nice one, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the Twitch follow. I do stream on Twitch on the regular. I'm trying to get back to streaming regular on Twitch as well. Hopefully, maybe probably not tomorrow actually, but maybe Wednesday should be streaming again on Twitch. And then we'll see how the rest of the week goes. But yeah, appreciate that follow, man. And if you ain't already following me on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. That ass though, I ain't gonna lie. That ass though. But yeah, it's nice to hear when people do kind of things like that, because like you always hear about, you know, the uncaring people, like, you know, not giving a shit and everybody's just looking out for themselves, and So it's always nice to hear when people actually just like do something where they don't have to do it. You know what I mean? They're not obliged to do it, but just out of a genuine care for a fellow human being, and may not even know that well or at all, and just do something to make sure that person's okay. We need more of that, man. More compassion and less corporations. Ugh, them guns. Oof. Took off his whole leg, you know. You're not on Twitch right now? Not right now, no. I'm just on the YouTubes right now. But yeah, I do stream on Twitch as well. So I've decided a little while back that I'm just gonna do certain things on YouTube and certain things on Twitch. So like movie nights, these sorts of things like this, these be on YouTube as we're doing right now, and then the gaming streams would be on Twitch. So play some more Halo probably, or maybe some, I don't know, I haven't really decided, but probably some more Halo. Been playing Halo Infinite recently, and I've been digging that quite a bit. Really digging Halo. Really like Halo Infinite, so I'll probably spare that. Probably play that. I was reading spare on the screen. So yeah, probably play that. But I might play some San Andreas as well. That broken mess of a game. At least I don't kill women. I lied. Death flame restores faith in humanity. Awesome, I'll check you later. I appreciate that, Derek. Man like Derek. But yeah, it's just like oh, look at that though. Axe in the back. Got hacked off. Now they're dancing. But yeah, it's, like I said, it was also a thing on Twitter. It was cool to see like all the people talking about their positive experiences, because man, it's just good to read these kind of stories where it's like say a resource of faith in humanity. It just gives you that little bit of hope, you know. And I feel like it's encouraging as well to, because sometimes I feel like we could get a bit sort of jaded in our day-to-day, and when you want to be a kind person, but then everybody's so mean to you all the time. And you know, I feel like sometimes it just helps to be a little bit encouraging that, you know what, I'm gonna keep trying being as good a person as I can be. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just saying I'm gonna try and be as good a person as I can be, because there are nice people in the world, and it does matter to somebody, you know. Like maybe it doesn't matter in the way that you might think it does. Only in the poorest districts, and people live in peace. Stephen Chow's about to step in, and yeah, it might not affect people the way you might think it does. In fact, it might not. You might not even see any kind of way it affects anybody, right? Because who knows how people end up living their lives. But who knows, man? Maybe that little bit of encouragement you gave to somebody one day meant that they did something amazing later on in life, and you maybe you'll never know about it, but better to be part of a success story. I kind of think of like this, actually. You know, when you watch like those awards, well, I don't know about you, I actually don't watch awards really, but you know, when anytime you watch an awards and they go up to accept the award, and they will say something like, you know, I'd like to thank God, my parents, my manager, my staff, and all the little people, you know, something like that. They're all, you know, all the people who supported me, you know, that sort of thing. That they might say something like that. I kind of think of it as it's nice to think that you might be considered amongst those little people that supported them along their way. You know what I mean? Whatever good you might have done, led them, helped them to get to that bit. And maybe you don't get the name, maybe they don't call you by name, maybe just lumped in a bunch of group of people. But you know, I'm just saying, like, it's nice to kind of think that, yeah, you know, I did support that person a little bit, so you know, I could take a little thanks for that, you know, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, you know. I just feel like it's better to be that than, you know, to be the person that tried to discourage people, that was mean to people, rude, cruel. Those people don't get no thanks. None. Where's that woman with an... Oh, no, they shot the woman with a nice ass, didn't they? They shot her already. Sexual harassment, and we're only, what, 10 minutes into the film? We're only 10 minutes in the film, we're already getting sexual harassment. That's not funny, actually. Often wonder how many of those actually believe in God, or is it something you're supposed to say? You know what? I kind of think that as well sometimes, because it does feel a bit cliched at times, where they all seem to say the same sort of thing. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, oh, we got some more ask right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it's good to thank God, of course, I'm going to say that, right? But yeah, I do kind of wonder, like, do they really believe, or is it just like, you know, like you say, it's just a thing to say? Because if they said anything else, it might not go down so well, or whatever. Or maybe there's certain people they need to please, so it's less about thanking God and more about appeasing to trying to appease to certain people. I want someone to say I thank myself because I did all the work. So yeah, cheers to me. You know what? Snoop Dogg said something like that actually. I have to try and find a video, but yeah, I think it was I don't know which award it was, but I'm sure I saw like a clip somewhere. Sometime, it was ages ago, I think I saw it though, where Snoop was on, he was accepting an award, and he was saying something like, "I'd like to thank me because without me, none of this would be possible." It was saying something like that. But yeah, not enough. I don't think that's happened too many times though. Yeah, good on him. At least it's real. But you know what, though? I mean, you kind of got to thank yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, ultimately, he's not wrong, right? It's like, without you, none of this is possible. And not to say that you did it all by yourself. Of course, people have help and people have support, and you know that should be acknowledged. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to discount your own efforts either, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's like if it wasn't for you, you know, if Snoop Dogg didn't make the decision and the effort to, you know, take up rapping and music, hip hop, there'd be somebody else taking that award, I guess, or. Mean guy, man. They got a cool gangster pose right now. There's a lot of arses in this movie, isn't there? I think I forgot how much arse is in this film. There's a lot of arse. That's like the third arse they've shown. No, the second bare arse they've shown. The third arse they've shown. When the nominees pretends to be happy for the winner. That's always fun to yeah. They do that thing where they cut to the where they cut the camera to somebody who thought they were really gonna win, and you just see that look of yeah, the thing is, I think about these awards shows though, these like whether it's the Oscars, Golden Globes, or any of these sort of awards, like there's so much emphasis put on them, and they don't really mean a whole lot. I mean, let's be honest, they don't, because maybe at one time they did. Maybe when they first started these awards. 50, 60, 70, or whatever it was, like maybe back then there was a while that it did. Yo, wild one, Frozen Gamer. But I think at least for a long time, those awards just have not meant that much, or they haven't meant what people want them to mean, because they're supposed to celebrate, say the best movies, but there's so much politics in how films even get nominated that they're not really talking about the best movies. Finally got PS5. Oh, nice. How's that working out? How's that going? Why doesn't he want to look good? I don't get that. Well, maybe all shall be revealed. He's trying to pick a fight with somebody, and it's like everybody's just hench. Pretty good, nice. What games you got for it? Between Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and Where the Dragon was it? Oh yeah. Classic fight scene. That's There's no talking. They just kind of meet, they lock eyes, and they know what's up. And there was a cat there, and the cat's just kind of stretching, and you see Bruce Lee doing his stretches as he's getting ready, similar to what the cat does. He's kind of arching his back, rips the hair off his chest as well. Yeah, classic scene. Way the Dragon was written, directed, and starring Bruce Lee. It's the only film he wrote, directed, and starred in. Not the only film he starred in, but the only film that he wrote and directed, I should say, really, and then starred in it. And there's a line where he says he's talking to his cousin, and he's showing like all the ruins, the Roman ruins, and he's just not impressed with it, right? He's not impressed at all, and he just turns when he says, "Back home, our slums are just like this." It's like, oof, yeah, felt that, man. Got Spider-Man, okay. I haven't played Spider-Man yet, but people say it's really good. What do you think of it? They really don't. It's a popularity contest these days, and it's getting too political. It's bullcrap. And not only that, it's like even the films that get nominated. I mean, for me personally, I would say this. I'm sure it's not going to count. This is not going to count for everybody. But for me, it's like they never really celebrate the films that I like. The types of films that I like to watch, the types of films that I enjoy. They never really celebrate them in kind of the main sort of awards. Like they might get, you know, the best makeup or something like that, which is cool, of course, or best CGI. That's all cool. But out of the main awards, like best director, best film, best actor, you know, that sort of stuff, the films that type of films that I really enjoy never really get acknowledged in those types of in those award categories. So it's kind of like, why pay attention to this thing that clearly doesn't care about the films that I care about, you know? So whatever they call the best movie, you know, I'm sure it's a good movie or whatever, but I'm not gonna rush out to see it. Like what's the last movie that won? What? I don't know. La La Land, I think, won one of them. I'm sure it's a good movie. I ain't gonna go see it. Not anytime soon. It's probably. I'm not knocking the film because I ain't seen it, but I'm saying, it's probably a great film. It probably is like an outstanding film. It probably is. You know, great acting, great story, all that kind of stuff. I don't care to go see it though. Like it's not the type. You know what I mean? They don't celebrate the types of films that I like to watch. So for me, it's just like, why bother pay that much attention to something that clearly doesn't pay that much attention to you? You love it. Nice. Yeah, one of these days I need to pick up that Spider-Man game and actually play it, because it's been a long time, man. I've heard it's a really good game, man. Spider-Man, yeah, I do like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. So yeah, I probably should play that game. But Halo, though. Halo Infinite campaign is out on the 8th of December. That's, what, a couple of weeks? Just saying. 3 months to choose from: performance, fidelity, and performance. Okay. What's the difference? A boss man got beat up. I saw this thing on Facebook when Ant Hopkins won Best Actor. He was up against a black actor, and this person moaned about the win. Then these black people didn't bite and said he was a worthy winner. Yeah, I think I saw something like that. I can't remember which actor he was up against, but oh wait, no, I remember it was Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which, by the way, is an amazing film. Like, I saw that film. I don't know how many people actually bothered to watch it in the end, because it seemed like the conversation about that film was dead. Like, nobody was talking about it. And it's a good film. Like, I didn't see Anthony Hopkins' movie, so I'm not going to comment on how good he is in that. I'm sure he's amazing. He's Anthony Hopkins, of course, right? But yeah, it's like I watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I've just felt like, who else watched this film? Because it's a great film, great acting, great story. It's based on a true story, although it's not exactly a true story. It's just kind of based around a real person. Like, Ma Rainey was a real singer, but some of the events in the movie, in fact, some of the characters in the movie didn't actually exist. But it is based around real things that happened, right, during that time. And yeah, it's a great story, great acting, told really well. Chadwick Boseman's brilliant in it. Viola Davis is brilliant in it as Ma Rainey. But the conversation about the film just seemed dead. Like, I don't know how many people actually bothered to watch it. So when I saw that kind of thing kicking off, I was kind of like, yeah, but who actually watched this movie though? Like, who? Like, everybody's trying to like cape for Chadwick Boseman, and I'm not. You know, like I say, he was a great actor in that movie. But who actually watched the movie? My guess would be, and this is, I'm just guessing. My guess would be, as many people trying to say like, oh yeah, Boseman should have won. As many people saying that, most of them probably never actually watched that movie. That's my guess. I don't know if that's true. I can't prove it. I'm just saying, it just felt the conversation around that film, which was a great film, was so dead. So I'm guessing hardly anybody actually watched that film, but, you know, everybody just was getting their feelings and be upset about something. They probably didn't watch an Anthony Hopkins movie either, but just want to be upset and start moaning on Twitter or whatever about things. And it's like, yeah, chill, man, chill. He played. I played Halo. I played the multiplayer. Playing multiplayer so far, and yeah, definitely digging the multiplayer. But campaign's out on the 8th of December, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Halo Infinite multiplayer, free to play. Actually, by the way, free to play multiplayer. Quality. It is quality. When people start drama and it backfires for real. But I feel like these days people just want to be upset about everything. Jackie Chan was in Enter the Dragon starring Bruce Lee. He was, but not like he wasn't starring in it. He was one of the stunt extras in that movie. But yeah, that's right. He's in that film. He is in Enter the Dragon. Very, very tiny part that if you didn't know where to look and who to look for, you wouldn't even know it was him. But yeah, that is true. 6 frames per second, no ray tracing, less graphics. Oh, okay, it's got okay, so what you mean? 30 frames per second, high graphics. Gotcha. So you can either have faster frame rate but lower graphics, or slower frame rate but better graphics. I can see what you mean. Yeah. Alright, this man's bad them all up, innit? Bad them all up. Man don't care, phones, bad them up. But yeah, man, I'll definitely recommend Ma Rainey's Black Bottom to watch because it's a great film. But I doubt very many people watch that movie. All the people saying, "Oh yeah, he should have won." They probably never watched that movie. Probably never watched any of the movies. But I just want to complain anyway. Not just because I didn't see the movies, so impossible for me to have an opinion. I just know, well, if you're up against one of the greatest, it's not. Indeed. And Anthony Hopkins, it's not like he's some slouch that don't know how to act. You know what I mean? Like he's a veteran actor, right? He's a veteran actor. It's a bit difficult to claim any kind of skullduggery when you're going up against somebody who's, I mean, how long he's been doing this for? Years, like since what, the 70s, maybe. Since what, 70s, maybe? I don't know, but it's been a long time he's been doing this. So it's not like it was just some guy that didn't know what he was doing, mumbled the lines, and I mean, look, Chadwick Boseman was a great actor, like no doubt. I'm not, you're not gonna hear me say otherwise, because he was, and his performances that he delivered in Black Panther, in the Five Bloods, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, while the dude had cancer, like that's incredible. So like, yeah, no doubt, like this guy was an amazing actor. Now I don't know what they judge these things on in the Oscars, so if they say Anthony Hopkins was best actor that year, cool, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, you're not gonna hear me say anything bad about Chadwick Boseman because he was a great actor. But I just find like it just seems very hypocritical to me when you have people always want something to be done, but it seems like basic things they're not willing to do, like watch the damn movie. You know what I mean? Like watch the damn movie. As my person, I remember watching actors that I loved who just happened to be black. These days, it's like you have to like them because of it. Humans don't work that way. Indeed. I think there's just like, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I get it. Like there is an issue when it comes to representation, racism, bigotry, all this kind of stuff you know, and I don't think pretending it's not there is the way forward. But at the same time, it's like acknowledging it, but also understanding that you can't, or at least you shouldn't, inhabit the behavior traits of the people you're trying to fight against. You know, like it doesn't make any sense. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there who just seem to say things because it seems like it's the right thing to say, but I doubt many of them understand what it is they're saying. In fact, I'm planning a video for the channel because I'm inspired. I watched a video a little while ago now about, it was a guy talking about his unpopular opinions, and I thought to myself, you know what? I think I need to do that. So I've been gathering some thoughts about some unpopular opinions, some opinions that I have that might not go down so well. And yeah, it's things like that where it's like, for example, there's often a lot of talk about, you know, more black actors in Hollywood, in, you know, the bigger Hollywood movies, you know, in starring roles. Which, okay, cool, I'm down for that, right? Of course. But here's the thing, and here's one of the things that I don't think too many people want to talk about, is that there are films made pretty much every year that have predominantly black casts, and a lot of them don't get watched, or at least, or more specifically, don't get watched by very many people. People watch them, of course. You know, they'll make their money back. Like, they'll be made for, I don't know, like $12 million, and they'll make their money back, you know, $20-30 million back. So it's like they're profitable, right? Which is cool, that's good. But, you know, they're not enough people to watch them to be like in that $100-200 million category, at least on average. Of course, there are a few examples, a few outliers, a few exceptions here and there. But yeah, it was like, you could look at, say, the last, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years of movies where they have a predominantly black cast on, more American movies. I have to be more specific, by the way, because start going into other countries, with American and British movies. You could go like the last 15, 20 years, and you can find pretty much movies being made every year, at least most years, where they have a predominantly black cast. And yeah, a lot of them, the vast majority of them, don't make a lot of money. Like I said, they'd be profitable, but they just don't necessarily make a lot of money. So it's like, if you're going to campaign for more people in a certain space, but you're not watching the movies that they're making already, you know what I mean? It seems like, you know what I mean? It seems a bit, If you yourself aren't watching the movies that they're making now, but then you want to jump on Twitter or jump on social media and be like, we need more. It's like, yeah, look, I'm down, but are you? Are you? Because there ain't that many people watching these films. Who's going to the cinema to watch them? I know people pirate some of these movies. I know that happens. People would go to the cinema and watch Avengers 5 times and then go pirate a movie that was made on a small budget. You know what I mean? It could be like that. So I'm just saying. You need to support the films that are being made now, and not just bitch about somebody not getting a role or whatever in some other film. There's a need to acknowledge, most definitely, but the way it's going isn't healthy. In the sense that it seems to be drama-based instead of actually having any. Right, exactly. I think it's just people just trying to score points. It's less about what's right and more about scoring points, more about looking right, or what's the word people use? Virtue signaling. You know, look at me, I'm so good. Nah, mate, well, fine. Oh, break everything. Ears gone. Whose ears are bleeding? Somebody's ears are bleeding. But I think that's a lot of like how the conversation in public spaces have been in the last, I don't know, 5-10 years or so. Certainly in more recent years, it's gotten more and more polarized, more and more about more and more about just like shouting rather than, you know, everyone wants to shout their opinion across, but how many people are actually listening? You know, how many people are actually listening? Alright, calling me racist because I had an opinion that didn't match theirs. Once upon a time, I would have been horrified to be called a racist. And I'm like, you know, people get called racists every day at this point. So it's like I'm not sure. You know what? It's. I mean, there's a lot to be said about racism and how racism has impacted our lives. You know, how whether directly or indirectly, you know, history of this country, what is foundations, what's been built on, systems in place, all this sort of stuff. There's definitely a lot to be said and lot to talk about in that spectrum. But calling someone a racist just because they have a different opinion than you, it doesn't do anything. You know, it doesn't do anything. It's just creates, I mean, I guess it depends on the individual, but it has the potential to create just unnecessary animosity and certainly cheapens the word. I just stabbed that guy 3 times. Hey, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta stab a mofo accidentally on purpose. Flying through the air, running on the ground sideways. Bras come off. Hit the board. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, you got bit by the snakes, wasn't it? Why did he go inside this thing, though? Of all the places you can go, why did you go inside a traffic light cone thing? Yo, Braxton! Wagwan Brax. Sup, Fu? Kung Fu Hustle Awesome. Yeah, you know it. We're just in this bit where he's fighting out of a traffic light thing, which we're not really sure why he even went in there in the first place, but he did it. This screen was over Piers Morgan of all things. I said, all I said was, I don't think his feelings over Meghan was anything to do with race. I will say that his opinions over Meghan are probably more to do with Meghan telling him down than race. Maybe race plays a part in it. Like, I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm totally convinced race has nothing to do with it. But I would say that I think it's probably more to do with him getting turned down by this girl, and then her turn up on Harry's doorstep like, sup. But yeah, Piers Morgan's a interesting fellow, to say the least. Exactly what I said. His childish ego got bruised. He got upset. The girl turned him down. I mean, to be honest though, Meghan Markle's kind of fit still though, so I don't think too many people would be happy if you get turned down by Meghan Markle. I'm just saying, it's a bit difficult to be happy about that, and especially when she turned up with like Harry. You have to look at this thing like, damn, there ain't nothing you could have done about that. There ain't nothing you can done about that. Like, she turned up on Harry's doorstep, and it's like, okay, you got this guy. He's royalty. He's a good-looking fella. He's got money, and then you're just there with your TV show. Like, what? Like, there's nothing you can do about that. You know when people be like, oh, what's he got that I ain't got? It's like, yeah, well, pretty much everything, actually. He's young, he's handsome, rich. But all accounts, he seems to be a nice guy as well, right? So, I'm just saying. When people be like, what's he got that I ain't got? You can't even do that in that case. So yeah, I can more ego than anything else, more pride, upset in his feelings. Can't admit that, of course. Can't just say that, of course, because he's, you know, again, ego. But yeah, it shows, man. It shows. Yes, I'm good by far. Watching some stuff on TV, checking out news, updates, and be there tomorrow. Yeah, happy birthday for tomorrow, Brax. Men like Brax. How old is you gonna be? Well, if you don't mind saying, if you'd rather not say, it's cool. It's cool. Slap up. Man getting slapped up by his missus. So I'm a race sympathizer. I was like, what does that even mean? I sympathize with no one. What's that line in and another, we've got some more arse. There's a lot of arse in this movie, man. I forgot how much arse there is in this movie. I really did. Yeah, there's a lot of arse in this movie. And it's mostly boys as well. Like, what the hell, man? But yeah, what's that line? It was Full Metal Jacket. When they're at the drill sergeant, when they join the army, they join the Marines, and the drill sergeant's talking to him. And he says something like, he uses much more, shall we say, colourful language. But he says, I don't care if you're black, white, Asian. You know, it goes with a long list of like different ethnicities and things, right? And at the end, he just goes, "You're all equally as worthless to me." There's your dog. I'll be old enough to know better, still young enough to learn. Yep. Old enough to know better, young enough to do it anyway. Yeah, we're watching this Kung Fu Hustle movie right now. Some things about to go down. It's on Netflix and we are approximately 44 minutes into the movie, if anybody wants to try and catch up a little bit. About 44 minutes into the movie right now. Ish. Approximately. Not exactly. It might be a bit more or less. Maybe 44 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, Kung Fu's in this movie is pretty sick though still. I mean, it's a comedy, but yeah, it still has some pretty sick Kung Fu moves in it. That's my view right there. I really despise everybody. Well, hopefully that's not true. Hopefully that's not true. Love wins out. But yeah, for real though, there are a lot of people out there who are just and hard to deal with. Sometimes you just gotta. What's that? Some people need to get a high five to the face with a fist. What's he flinging? Like air that turns into swords or something? What kind of skill is that? What's going on? Oh yeah, you might want to go back inside, dude. More arse. Oh my days. How many times are they going to show a dude's arse in this movie? He's not sitting on a chair, by the way. Neither of them are sitting on chairs. Oh, and bras as well. There's a lot of bras in this movie too. Arse and bras. I think that's the main thing in this movie, is arse and bras. Show some ass and big bras. Oof, look at that. Guys, is flicking air that turns into swords. That's some craziness, man. There's no way he's blocking all these swords, though. But yeah, like I say, I got some opinions that I'm gonna want to share soon, hopefully soon. Gonna write some stuff down. I don't normally write stuff down when it comes to videos because I try to be like just raw, but it's a type of video that I feel like I don't know if I want to make lots of these videos. So if I'm going to do it, I want to try and get as much in one video as I can. So I want to write a few ideas down, just a few basic ideas, but of what I'm thinking, and be like, you know what, it's time to go, time to go. It is for me, dude. I see people as potential enemies. I'm sure some are decent enough, but I won't make a psychoanalyze people. So I'm ready to hate someone if needed. Ah, it's like that. Damn, man. Damn. Yeah, to be fair, I guess it can be hard to trust people. You know? Especially when so many people are ready to screw you over at a drop of a hat. This guy's beating them in their sleep. They were flicking like air swords a minute ago. Now they can't even beat a guy to sleep. But yeah, it can be hard to trust people because like so many people are just ready to screw you over, ready to like one up you or whatever it is. Try and get the better of you. Tell you they're gonna do one thing, they don't. It can be difficult to trust people. That's for sure. Are we watching Kev? Ready and waiting to cancel you. Well, I just might be getting cancelled. I mean, to be fair, I don't think my opinions are like bad. Well, of course, I'm going to say that they're my opinions, but I do feel like there's definitely some thoughts I've had over the years that I haven't expressed because they're not quite in line with, you know, what a lot of people seem to think. And I'm generally not the type of guy who likes to get into arguments and, you know, that sort of thing. And I don't really like arguing with people on the internet. I don't like arguing in general. Definitely not like doing it on the internet where so many things can be taken out of context. So I generally just be like, you know, is this something that I really care that much about to say? And more often than not, the answer to that is no. So I'm just kind of like, let me just leave it. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I saw that video the other day, maybe a few weeks back now actually. Me kind of thinking, you know what? Maybe I should say something. This movie is... We're about halfway through this movie, and Stephen Chow hasn't fought anybody yet. I think I forgot another thing, that Stephen Chow doesn't actually fight that much in this movie. I think his most of the fighting is like in the last half of it, or the last... Not even the last half, like the last maybe bit. Shaolin Soccer, though, I think he does more martial arts in Shaolin Soccer. But then maybe I've forgotten about that too. Yeah, I don't do trust. I'll trust the pack of wolves before the ones with two legs. So I wish dark things on people because they want it to happen to you. So it's evil versus evil as I see it. Damn. Yeah, no, I get that though. I mean, I look at it like this though, like, yeah, it's definitely hard to trust people. I think most, oh, what's this guy doing? Just threw alcohol in the guy's head. Yeah, yeah. Get some water. But yeah, I look at it like everything's gonna hurt you, you know, like everything is gonna hurt you, you know, even the things you love will hurt you. The people you love will hurt you. The things you do will hurt you. You know, there's no getting through life without pain. You know, that's why I look at it. There's just no getting through life without pain. And sometimes it's like you'll never know if you can trust somebody until you at least attempt to. You know what I mean? And so it's like, okay, do I attempt to trust this person knowing that it could backfire and I can get hurt? Hoping that I won't, of course, but, you know, knowing that that's a possibility. Or do I just not trust this person and never find out? And for me, it's like, sometimes I'd rather know that I can't trust somebody than wonder if I could or not, you know. But of course, it depends on the person. That's not just anybody. It's not always that deep. But certainly when it comes to people who are close to me, you know, it's like I feel like you need to know. And the only way you can know is if you first extend that level of trust and then see what happens. But yeah, nobody gets out of this alive. At the end of the day, you have a platform. If you can't express what matters to you, what's the point? We love you regardless. I appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate you. But yeah. Yeah, there's certain things when it comes to expressing your opinions, like, that I consider, like certain things that I think about. Perhaps I overthink some of these things, to be fair. But some of the things I think about is stuff like, okay, does every opinion have to be expressed? Probably not, right? And how attached are you to the opinion itself? Like, is it something that's really that important to you? Or stuff like that. And I guess the ones I'm thinking of, I don't know if they're important to me, but I guess they are kind of important, you know? If that makes sense. Like, some of them are kind of like, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, maybe it needs to be said to move things along in some small way. Maybe. I'm not saying I've got all the answers. I don't. There's plenty of things I don't know, I'm sure. I'm just saying, maybe certain things need to be said to help move things along. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't, maybe every single one of my opinions doesn't need to be stated at all. Maybe they're just not that deep. Maybe they've already been said and nobody cares. Maybe, or maybe just nobody cares anyway. I don't know. But yeah, I guess sometimes you just gotta put it out there and see what happens. Think hard about the ending in Jackie Brown and Ali in the marble parts. Oh, Ali in the marble. Okay, Squid Game. Gotta always be sharp. Oh, that was, oof. Yeah, Ali in the way he got done did it. And yeah, trust, right? So yeah, I feel that, man. Cause it can be like that. You trust somebody, and it can cost you. Like, it can cost you. So it's hard, man, because it's like, you need to protect yourself, but to really appreciate life at its fullest, you also need to be willing to be vulnerable, you know? It's like Avatar. I mean, I ain't watched the whole thing yet, but I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I've got up to, I'm on season 2, episode 2, and I was like, they were telling Aang, the Avatar, like, when you're in Avatar state, that's when you're at your most powerful, but it's also when you're at your most vulnerable. But you can only really get into the Avatar state when he feels like him or the people he loves are in real danger. So it's like if he goes into it, he could be protecting a lot of people, but he puts himself at immense risk doing it. But if he doesn't do it, then a lot of people can die, but he'd be okay. You know? There are no easy choices. I have all kinds of opinions. Some are set, some are subject to change. Our experiences shape how we feel. Then you get those who just follow the herd. I will never follow anyone. Yeah, I think there's a lot of that actually. People just like don't really have their own sort of views and thoughts. They just kind of repeat things that you hear on the TV or hear on the internet or whatever wherever they hear them, you know. And yeah, that's something that I hope I don't ever do. Like I may have some views that people agree with, or you know, whatever, and if that's the case, then cool, right? But I may also have some views that people don't agree with, and if that's the case, then cool, you know, we can talk about that too. But I think we just repeat what other people are saying without really understanding it yourself. For one thing, it's kind of obvious, and a lot of times, and but yeah, you're just being fake. You're just being fake. And that's something that I don't ever want to be. I'm a diamond. I ain't no cubic zirconia. You understand? I'm the real deal. I may not be right, but I'm always real. That's the motto. I may not always be right, but I am always real. Well, maybe not always. Let me not lie. Let me not lie. Maybe not always, but yeah, I do try to be for most of the time. I think if we're being completely honest, we all have our times of fakeries, but yeah, striving for realness at all times. Oh, they gonna set him up. They gonna set him up good. It's not about being right though. That's what people forget. You just gotta be true to you. Yeah, and that's it, man. That's it. Sometimes you'll get it right, sometimes you won't, but it's all learning. It's all learning. And like you were saying, like some things you can change, you know. You know, if you say something and it's wrong, or maybe it's something that maybe you don't have all the sort of details on, but once you start learning more, then your opinion on it changes. You know, it could be like that. Yo, what up, Stank Dog? Hey, bro, do you smoke? I mean, I am smoke. Nah, I don't smoke. I don't puff on the cigarettes or the marijuana either. Do you smoke? I tried smoking once when I was in school, but never really stuck with it. Well, I'll say once, that's a lie. I probably tried it more than once, but yeah, never really stuck with it. Not cigs, okay. You more the MJ. The wacky backy. Or did I just leap? Or do you mean cigars? Could just mean cigars, actually. And not, yeah. I might have just jumped. Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. Wacky backy, no cigars. Yeah. Cigars are strong, man. Like the cigar smell is strong. Like, I ain't know if you've been in the presence of cigars, but if you have, then you'll know. But they can be strong. Like the smell of cigars can be just so intense. There's a cool bit coming up in this movie right now, actually. Someone's going to point a gun at him, and that's all I'm going to say for now. But just watch when someone points a gun at him. This bit might be another bit, but it's coming up anyway. Nope, I don't smoke, wacky. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's on my bad. I read it wrong. Alan don't smoke. Alan don't smoke. Remember I bought like a pack of these cigarettes from like Selfridges. It was like Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes. Like, yeah, you can buy designer cigarettes apparently. That's a thing. Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes. And they were like £8 for the pack. And I think they were like 10 in a pack or something like that anyway. It wasn't many. And I mean, they're just regular cigarettes. They're just, I mean, they're just, oh, there we go. I don't know, just that to me just looks really cool. When he just pointed the gun, he just took it right off, didn't even hesitate, just took it right out of his hands. Oh, that's fast. Sam vapes. Sam don't smoke. Sam vapes. Do you have those like big vape clouds when you vape? I see some of these videos where people do like these tricks with the vape smoke, because the vape smoke is a lot thicker than regular cigarettes. And so they do these like smoke tricks and stuff. I mean, when you can buy a pack of 10 for like $2.50. How much is a pack of 10 now? It's probably like £5, something like that, but at this point. But back in the day, yeah, back in, I mean, this is going back to maybe early mid-90s. But what you can do, there were like certain shops, not legal, by the way. Let me be clear on that. It wasn't legal, but there were certain shops that what they would do is, because they couldn't sell cigarettes to you if you were under 16. What they would do is that they would open up a pack of cigarettes and sell you the singles, right? And you'd buy like a single cigarette, or like say 2 single cigarettes for like 20p or whatever it was, 20p, 40, I can't remember how much. But yeah, you just buy the singles rather than a pack. And yeah, so we'd go into these shops, and at like, I don't know, 13, 14 or whatever age it was. And yeah, people just be like, yeah, can I get 2 singles? And the dude would just like, yeah, pull them out from under the drawer. That's 20p, 50p, however much it was. And people just walk out like that. So my guess is that the shopkeeper, my guess, by the way, I don't know this for a fact, but my guess is that the shopkeeper would buy the cigarettes from himself, so that there's like a record of a sale of those packs of cigarettes, right? And then all you need to do is sell them like cash in hand, you know, no credit cards, nothing like that. Sell them like cash to like, you know, minors, and then it wouldn't look bad on the books. That's my guess. That's my guess. I don't know if that's what they were doing. You can't buy packs of 10 anymore. Oh, okay. No, I don't know how to do it. I only vape because I quit ciggies. Okay. That could be the next thing, to learn some smoke tricks. I see people do like these massive clouds, and they like make them go in circles and all that kind of stuff. And like, you can't buy packs of 10 no more, so it's just packs of 20s only. What if you don't want to smoke 20 cigarettes though? You might not want to smoke 20 cigarettes. You might only want to smoke a few. You might be trying to quit. You might be trying to cut down. Boobs, big boobs. Big air boobs. Where I live, I can't buy a pack of 10 cigarettes. Only a pack of 20 for like £11, you know. £11. Raw. So if you smoke 20 cigarettes a day, which some people do, by the way. In fact, let's not go that far right now. Let's see here. If you smoke 20 cigarettes a week, let's say you buy a pack of 20 for £11 a week, and you smoke those 20 a week, so every week you spend £11. That is £572 a year on cigarettes. £11 a week, £572 per year on cigarettes. That's crazy, man. I mean, each to their own and all, but damn, that is crazy. Because the shops don't sell packs of 10 anymore, which I don't get. But there's people who smoke like 40 cigarettes a day. Like, there are people out there who smoke 40 cigarettes per day. If you're one of those people that spend 40 cigarettes, that's £22 per day. How many days are in a year? 365, isn't it? So if you smoke 40 cigarettes a day, that is £8,030 a year you spend on cigarettes. Oh, man. Big boobs. 365, yeah. And then on a leap year, another £11 for that. Man, that's big bucks. Yeah, it's a good thing you quit, Sam, because boy, that's money that could be spent on other things. Oh, finish him off now. Oof. What was you saying about trusting Braxton? These couple, they trusted this guy, put down their weapon, and he stabbed them. Man, it's difficult to trust people, man. It's difficult. You want to do the right thing. I can hear the landlady Mom's use her deadliest weapon, the lion's roar. Yeah. Oh, you can hear it? Oh, it must pick up on their microphone. Okay, yeah. Yeah. She used the lion's roar, beat the guy down. She was about to do it again, but he submitted. She put down the bell, and then he stabbed him. Ugh. Trust is a hard thing to do, man. Well, I said I'll trust the pecker wolves before the ones with two legs. Hey, I'm not disagreeing. It's like I say, it is a tough thing. I know, man. I think. Oh, look at that! Right in the face. Boom. Right in the face. But yeah, it's definitely hard to trust people. And certain people, like not every situation like warrants extending trust in. I think, you know, certain situations, in fact, probably a lot of situations, you can probably be like, you know what, I don't need to open myself up in this particular circumstance. It's not that important. Eesh, damn, head twist. But other scenarios, I think, you know, it's important to know how far you can go. I'm a few minutes behind now. Had to use the loo. Oh, so good. The Lulu. Oh, the lollipop. thought who say you can trust me are usually the ones. Those who say you can trust me is the ones. Yeah. Anytime I see somebody say, especially like you, especially if you're watching a movie or something, and somebody says something like "trust me," I'm like, nah, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. If you ever hear somebody say that, it's like, nah, that's a red flag right there. It's like anytime somebody tells you you should be grateful, probably shouldn't be, you know? When somebody does something for you and tells you that you should be grateful for it, probably shouldn't be. Because they've probably done some kind of bare minimum thing. Or maybe not bare minimum. They've probably done something relatively nice or relatively cool for you. But the fact that they're now saying you should be grateful suggests to me, at least, that there's not necessarily good reasons behind why they did something good for you. You know? You know what I mean? So yeah, anytime somebody says you should be grateful for something that they did, yeah, that's a red flag. The villainous role Thandie Newton did in Chronicles of Riddick, she said, kill the beast while he's still wounded is how you do it. Like the landlords trusting that guy wasn't smart. That old guy, is he the dude from Bloodsport? I don't think so. Oh wait, I know who you're talking about. No, that's not him. That's not him. That's not him. I know who you're talking about now. You that's Bloodsport was Bolo Yeung. No, that's not him. Bolo Yeung. I think Bolo Yeung will be much older than this guy actually. But yeah, no, that's not him. That's not him. Or is it actually? Maybe I should check before I say it so vehemently, like I'm 100% sure. Maybe Bolo Yeung lost weight and I don't know. What year was this movie? It was like 2014 or something like that, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, it wasn't him. Bolo Yeung hasn't done many movies in recent years. So no, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. Really looks like him. He, yeah, I guess he kind of have a similar look. Maybe they're related. Oh, it's on now. But yeah, I mean, trust is yeah, I mean, I feel like you need to trust people to experience life to the fullest. That said, yeah, you definitely want to be careful about who you trust, you know, because not everybody should be trusted and not everybody should be opened up to. But if you don't open up to anybody, I don't know, man. Each to their own, of course. I'm not here to judge or tell people what to do, but for me, I feel like I don't. Yeah, don't. I'd rather be hurt knowing that I can't trust that person and knowing where we can go than wondering how close I can get to somebody. But I'm talking more in like, you know, I guess I'm talking more in sort of relationship type things rather than just general settings. You know, like if you're with somebody, then you want to know that you can be with that person rather than wondering whether you can be with that person, you know. A stuntman more like. Looks like pinball right now. So many gangsters, so little time. Right in the, oh mate. It was all fast a second ago, catching bullets out the air. Now you can't even block a kick and a punch, really? Bruh. Come on, man. Big up for the likes on YouTube, guys. Appreciate it. Oh, easy. Beat down, man. Catch a beat down hard. These guys just turn into animals and whatnot though, like, what are they eating? What are they feeding them? And just turn into like a toad? Is like, what the hell, man? The other half had his affair. I never thought I would trust again, let alone him, but we have to understand people do things out of character sometimes, and instead of turning our backs, we have to understand the reasons why and hopefully move on. Man, that must be tough to go through. Sorry, Sam. But yeah, there's a what's this? Here we go. If you feel there's something worth saving and worth fighting for that's still there, then yeah, you know. And I'm sure you heard all kinds of people telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and I feel like it's one of those things where there's no one answer as to what you should do, because what works in one situation might not be what's best for another situation, you know. Maybe for somebody else, it's best to be like, okay, you know what, this is over now, I'm done. But for other people, it might be like, you know what, I think there's still something that we can save here. I think there's something that we can still work towards. And if that's the case, then yeah, it's like, can you trust this person again? If you feel that you can, if you feel that you can still build something, And yeah, have to kind of silence the critics and go for that, and just trust and hope that you're making the right choice. But the thing is, the thing about choices is that you don't always know if you're making the right choice until, you know, something happens, right? So yeah, there's no way you could be like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. It's just what you feel in that moment and what you feel is right for you. And as long as that choice is right for you, keep choosing it, you know. Just got an email from YouTube saying they are updating their terms and service on the January 5th. Yeah, I think I saw that email as well. I can't remember what they said updating it to though. I didn't bother read it, to be honest, but I mean, I guess I kind of skimmed a little bit. I didn't read it properly, but yeah, they're updating something or other. Oh, look at hand off. Imagine being on the receiving end of that kind of force. There's no way that body is not flattened. If that force made a dent in the concrete, how is that body not flat? How would that force knock a hole in a wall? And he's just standing there like what? He calls him master. Happy ending, kinda. They destroyed a bunch of buildings, so I'm not quite that happy. Just saying. Just saying. There was a lot of reasons why it happened. We have kids together. Walking away isn't always that easy, but if he does it again, there is no way back. I don't let it consume me. What will be, will be. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. I think it was in Atypical actually, where one of the characters, the friend of the husband, you know, not the paramedic, the EMT, like the ambulance technician, had the friend of the husband, where he said something like, "Marriage is a choice that you make every day." You know, something like that anyway. Oh, now he's just lollipops. Happy ending. Kinda. They still destroy a bunch of buildings that ain't been rebuilt yet. Boogie Nose. You wanna wipe that boogie off your nose, kid? Produced and directed by Stephen Chow. And that was Kung Fu Hustle. That was Kung Fu Hustle. What y'all think of that? What y'all think of Kung Fu Hustle? I've seen it before. I enjoyed this movie. But did y'all enjoy this movie? Oh, excuse me. I think some of you guys will watch this for the first time, right? I think at least a few of you guys watch this for the first time, but maybe not the best way to watch a film like this for the first time, granted. But hopefully it left a good enough impression for you to maybe want to watch it again properly at some point. Oh, excuse me. Oof. It's true what they say though, things are never the same after, but I don't believe they're meant to be. There was something wrong in the first place. Change needs to happen. Indeed, I hope that's a change for the better. And yeah, I guess sometimes it could be like that as well. Sometimes you go through a real kind of rough patch or something bad, so to speak. Like, I mean, I don't really get into tarot cards too much, but I guess, you know, when you're right, you're right. But they have this thing of the death card, where the death cards doesn't necessarily mean death specifically, but just means the end of something. And usually when something ends, it can be rough because change is tough, right? You know, and when that change is anticipated, it could be a lot to take in because change is tough. It's scary. It's a lot. So yeah, it could be is that the death of this thing that was maybe holding you back, and maybe you didn't realize it was holding you back. You know, maybe it's something in the relationship that wasn't working, you didn't realize wasn't working, but like you say, change needs to happen. And once that happens, and once you kind of go through that, you realize, okay, now we can work on this, you know, hopefully things get better. I actually enjoyed it. I'll probably watch this again at some point. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, it's a cool film. It's a cool film. I didn't realize it didn't have the English dub though, which is fine because, like I say, best way to watch foreign, at least in my opinion, the best way to watch foreign language movies is with the original language and then the subtitles. But yeah, just considering that we're doing a movie night, we're kind of going back between the chat and the movie. You know, you might miss things, but yeah. If you watch it again at some point and hopefully get the full story. I mean, to be fair, it's not like the most amazing story ever, but it is a pretty cool story. It's a pretty cool movie, and just the general kung fu comedy of it is pretty cool. But the same guy, Stephen Chow, did another movie called Shaolin Soccer, which they don't have on Netflix, which is a shame because that's a really good one as well. So if you do watch Kung Fu Hustle again and decide that you like it as a movie to watch, then yeah, Shaolin Soccer will be the one to check out afterwards. Which, I mean, they got it on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay to rent it or buy it. It's $5.99 to buy on Amazon Prime. I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it's definitely worth the $5.99. But then again, that could very much depend on how much you like kung fu comedy movies. So it's kind of a niche market of sorts. So how much you like kung fu comedy? Well, yeah, if you watch Kung Fu Hustle, if you enjoy that and you think that's funny, you think that's a good, cool film, then yeah, maybe check out Shaolin Soccer on Amazon Prime. even though you might have to pay $5.99 for it, or $3.49 if you want to rent it. I think it's worth it, but yeah, maybe check out some other Stephen Chow movies first and then decide whether you want to pay for this one or not. I thought it was quite funny. Nice. And Braxton, you said you've seen it before. Frozen Gamer. Not sure if he's in the chat anymore, but if you are. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of arse in that film, though. Like, I forgot how much arse there was in that movie. Like, there was a lot of arse in that movie, and a lot of naked arse, quite frankly. And it's all dudes. Well, 90% dudes. There was one lady, but it wasn't naked. She was like it was a fully clothed woman's arse, but a bunch of naked dude arses in that movie. And I don't know, it's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you feel about naked men's asses, I suppose. Depending on your opinion on dudes having their naked ass out in films will determine whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It probably changed me more than him in a weird way. I was glad it happened because it made me fight for me again. Yeah, I think I understand that. Like, knowing who you are and what you want out of life, and not being sort of lost in things. I think that, well, I don't know, maybe that's not what you meant. That's what I understood. I don't know, maybe that's not what you meant, but that's what I understood. Sorry if that's not what you meant, my bad. Fuck dude, I'll tell ya, I'll be 28 and still can pass for being a teen. Okay, you got a young looking face in, huh? Okay. Braxton be looking young. 28. Man. 28 is a good age, actually, because it's like, you know, you're still kind of young, right? And you're not old. You know, I mean, yeah, you kind of, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're pushing 30. Let's be real. You're pushing 30. But you're kind of at an age where you still got a 2 in front of the number. You still got a 2 at the front of the name. So you're doing okay. You're doing okay. So yeah, you're not old. You're not old. But it's like, it's at an age where you've got, you know, quite a bit of life experience, right? You know, but you're still a young adult. You know what I mean? Making your way through the world. So yeah, man. Big up for reaching 28. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Braxton. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yeah. I remember when I was 28. Or do I remember when I was 28? No, I don't, actually. Maybe I don't. I remember, I think I remember 26. 28. Oh, wait, no, 28. Yeah. I think I started working at some place at around about that age. I think I'd already been to Canada at that point, and New York. Oh wait, was New York afterwards or later? I don't remember. I think no, Canada. No, New York was after Canada. So I was already been to Toronto. I think about a year or so prior to that, I've been to Toronto. But yeah, I think 28. I started working at this place, and I was there for about 5 years or so. Yeah, about 5 years. I mean, it's an okay place. Had its charm, but overall, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me at all. Yeah, you know how our genetics are as black folk, even though you're African and I'm not. But anyways, well, let's say black don't crack. I mean, some blacks do crack, but Well, let me different type of crack. But yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, I guess it's probably to do. I mean, I try to be healthy. I guess, you know, try to be healthy. Try to. I haven't been exercising much lately, to be fair, but I think my diet in general has been better in recent times than it has been previously. Because though I don't it's not I don't exercise, I do still exercise, but just in terms of time, I don't get to exercise as much as I should be. But I do still feel like I maintain a relatively healthy diet, for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy my donuts, but you know, I think for the most part I still maintain a relatively healthy food consumption. So I'm not just eating like, you know, junk food all the time and that kind of thing. It's you know, it's a decent mixture of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. And water, yeah, gotta drink water, gotta stay hydrated. My mental health can be bad now, but back then it was worse. I didn't leave the place I lived for months, not really, unless I absolutely had to. So yeah, it put me in a position where I was on my own with the kids and had to fight. Like, don't crack, Bill Burr gave away your moisture secrets. Damn you, Bill Burr, damn you. Yeah. You gotta fight for your right to party. Yeah, my moisturizer secrets are pretty simple, actually. It's not even a secret. I think I've said this before. But yeah, it's a 1 pound bottle of cocoa butter from Morrison's. Literally a 1 pound bottle of cocoa butter from Morrison's. This is my moisturizer secret. And I keep a few of these around because, you know, you gotta make sure your hands are moisturized. I got one of these in my car. I keep one of these in my. No, I got two of these in my car actually, because I got one in the back, and one in my glove box. So when the one in my glove box is the one that I use because, you know, quick. But when it runs out, I've got one in the back that I can just replace with real quick. That way I don't have to be like, oh, I've got to find the shop. I got one already there to replace that with, and then I can, you know, buy a new one and have that in the back while I'm using the other one. So yeah, I've got two of these in my car. And that's it. I've got a few around the house, and it's like, yeah, this is my 1 pound moisturizer from Morrison's. This is it. There's like different varieties because it's like I don't have it here actually, but there's like aloe vera ones, and there's like a one in a white bottle. I can't remember what that one is though. But this is I guess it's regular cocoa butter moisturizing lotion cream, and that's it. That's what keeps me looking slightly younger than I actually am. And keeps me looking like I'm 55. Damn, even young blacks over in the UK use that. Of course! I think you'd be hard pressed to find a black person anywhere in the world that does not use cocoa butter. Like, that'd be my guess. They say. I mean, look, we're not a hive mind. Like, it's not like every black person thinks the same. I know, we know that, right? But I would say, if I was a betting man, I would say that you'd be hard pressed to find a black guy anywhere in the world that does not use cocoa butter. You know, cocoa butter and Vaseline. They may use other stuff as well, different hair products or different skin products, but cocoa butter is pretty much the base of any black person's skincare routine. They might have some other things and this, that, and the other, but cocoa butter, shea butter being probably the most popular one. And GC's makeup hides a lot. There's different types of makeups you can get, like different types of foundation. Like I was reading a while back, certain foundations have, I don't remember what it was called, but it acts as, because like when you put stuff on your skin, it can clog your pores, right? And so to prevent it, like, you know, damaging your skin over time, like certain types of foundation are made with whatever it is. I don't remember what it's called anymore, but they're made with this thing that means that your pores don't close up, and that way, like, you know, you don't damage your skin over time by using it. So yeah, I should start my own YouTube makeup tutorial channel, because clearly I'm an expert on foundation and makeup things. So yeah, I should do that. I should start a channel. They're really popular as well, those makeup channels. And if you're a dude in like the makeup channel, then you're already like an anomaly. So it's like I could get all the views, right, in it, because it could be like, yeah, man talks about makeup. It's like, oh wow, this is so cool and new, because it's always like women and gay dudes in it. So like if I do it, like I'll be like the anomaly, and I can get all the views talking about makeup. I'm just saying that might be my next move. Start a YouTube channel and talk about makeup, and I can give my makeup tips about foundation that has a thing in it that means your skin don't clog up. Yeah. Back in 2016, one night when I got dropped off at the movies at the boardwalk, a security guard, old white guy, asked me how old I was. I told him my age, and he let me go in surprised. Didn't ask for my ID. Like, what? Yeah, I think it was a couple of years ago now, about 2-3 years ago now. I was working at a school as a caretaker, and one of the students was guessing my age, and the dude come up with 19. I was like, wait, what? Dude was like, 19? I was like, yeah, maybe times that by 2. Dude thought I was 19, you know. That's cool though. Sometimes people just call me uncle. I'm like, oh man, am I there? Thanks, uncle. Thanks, uncle. It's like, oh man, am I there yet? Is that what's happening now? So hard finding the right foundation to suit your skin. The struggle is real. Damn. I mean, it's because I guess it's not just to do with skin tone though, right? When it comes to foundation, because you got to consider things like your skin tone. And I guess you got to consider like what's actually in the foundation, and whether you have maybe allergic reactions to certain things, or whether other things are just not good for your skin, or whether, you know, I guess there's, yeah. To be fair, you look my age. Well. I'm imagining you with red lipstick all over your face. I mean, I don't know if I have to wear lipstick to do it though, or do you have to wear lipstick to do a makeup channel? Because if you have to wear lipstick, I don't know if I want to do it anymore, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to draw the line at that. I don't know if I want to wear lipstick. I might wear foundation, like a little bit of blush. I feel like that's okay, but lipstick, I don't know, that might be a bit too much. I don't know about lipstick. Maybe like, what's the one called? What's the one that you put in your eyes? Not the mascara. What's that? What's it called? Eyeliner? Is that what it's called? Maybe that, like a little bit of that, I think. And like a bit of foundation. I think that's about that's far as got a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of foundation. But yeah, I don't know. Lipstick's too much for me. I don't think that's too much. I ain't wearing lipstick. You got to draw the line somewhere. It's like, nah, I don't think so. We're gonna give you £8 million if you put the lipstick on. Well, now I have to think about it. If you're gonna offer me £8 million to wear lipstick, I might have to reconsider my opinion on that on that matter then. Cocoa butter is universal among black people, and brown people here use it too. And over here, the brown are the Latinos, and they're brown folk of Middle Eastern. Yeah, I mean, if we say brown over here, we not quite Middle Eastern, but we'll typically be referring to people who are, say, Indian or Pakistani. As they'll say brown. Middle Eastern, I think people just generally say Arab or Middle Eastern over here. But yeah, if you used to say brown person or brown people over here, you're probably referring to like people from India, Pakistan, that kind of region there. But yeah, I think in America was it Mexicans, was it Latinos? You said, yeah, brown folk. $37, look 25, filth like 50. Well, yeah. Skin tone and the oils in your skin are also important. Foundation can look oily. Okay, so okay, because it might just like float on the oils and stuff. And see, I know words. Float on the oils, is that is that how you describe it? It might float on the oils, right? And because if you've got oily skin and the foundation is oily, then the oils float on the oils, isn't it? And then because they don't mix, right? And then it makes your skin just look even oilier, right? Yeah, so I feel like I don't need to wear the makeup. I just need to give advice on this makeup channel. Like I won't wear the makeup, or at least not wear the lipstick. But if I just give advice on makeup, because I feel like I'm an expert right now. I like giving people. I know this stuff, right? Because it's the oil on the oil, isn't it? That's is that what happens if you're oily skin and you got oil in the foundation, and the oil doesn't mix, and it makes you look even oilier, right? Like somebody poured petrol on you or something. What's the stuff you put in your eye? Yeah, nah. Because like, isn't one called mascara? That's as you put on like the eyelash, right? The mascara you put on the eyelash, and then eyeliner is like when you pull it on the tip to look like a bat or something, isn't it? Because like, you know, you do like the wings. What do they call it? The eyeliner wings that you do, and you have to like do it so it all goes all the way up there. Yeah. See, I know this stuff. Here in the States, Asians are Japanese, Thai, Cambodian, Chinese, etc. There in England, Asians are Middle Easterners. Ain't that funny? Yeah, Asian. So yeah, kind of over here. If you say, I mean, Asian can be a couple of things. To be fair, actually. So if you say Asian, you can be referring to, you know, Japanese, Chinese, that kind of area. You can be, but I'd say for the most part, again, yeah, you're probably looking at that area of sort of India, Pakistan. So yeah, it's funny how we use the same words to mean slightly different things. I mean, to be fair, the whole area is Asia. So India, Pakistan, China, Japan. That whole area is Asia. So yeah, it's not that you'd be wrong if you refer to a Chinese person as Asian, because yeah, that's part of the region. But I'd say 9 times out of 10, or 8, 9 times out of 10, if somebody in England used the word Asian, they'll probably be referring to somebody from Pakistan, India, most likely India. So you might say South Asian community. That comes up a lot. I don't know if we refer to Middle Easterns as Asians. I don't think I've ever heard somebody say that, to be honest with you. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it kind of ish. Not quite Asia, I suppose. But, I don't know. Not quite not Asia either. I don't know. I might need to learn some geography, to be honest with you, on that one. I just wear my face as is, no junk on my skin. I don't know, man. A little bit of foundation could go a long way. Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, South American, etc. Depending on depending where you are in the country. Here in the South, Southwest, and Midwest, the demographic of Latino is Mexican. Oh, okay, Latinos, sorry, that's Mexican. It's called a wing. A wing? Yeah, that's what I said. The I wing. Wait, what did I say actually? Did I say that, or did I say something else? I thought that's what I said, or did I say something else? The wing, yeah. Because I see the thing because you paint it on, innit? Like you got like the paintbrush, right? And then you dip it in like the paint, and then you have to be careful because you don't want to get it in your eyes. So you paint it like just there, but you have to do it like gently so that it curls. It has that kind of, you know, because it gets thinner and points. So yeah, I can give makeup advice. I know what I'm talking about. I used to do the whole panda eye, thick eyeliner under the eye. Okay, yeah, with and pencil by brows black. That's a sin now, but yeah, it was all part of my look, even deader look. Yeah, I've seen that kind of look actually. Yeah, we have like the thick kind of darkened sort of circles around the eyes. I've seen that, and then sometimes people do like the sort of spikes that come out of it. Black lipstick as well. And then Florida up to NYC, Philly, Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Chi-Town. It's mainly Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans, but Chicago has a Mexican demographic too. Okay. Puerto Rico is. I actually don't know where Puerto Rico is. You know, I actually literally do not know where Puerto Rico is on the map. I guess I've never looked it up, and perhaps never felt a particular need to look it up. But right now, I feel like I want to look it up because maybe I should know. Where is Puerto Rico? Okay, so Puerto Rico is an island. I guess it's one of the Caribbean islands, isn't it? Or yeah, it's a Caribbean island. It says it here. So Puerto Rico is a Caribbean island and unincorporated territory of the United States. So it's a territory of the United States. Okay, but it's a part of the Caribbean island. You could. Oh, that was. Oh, yeah, I did. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a bat, though, isn't it? Because you got the bat. It's kind of like a bat, right? I mean, paintbrush. Yeah, because it's paint. I mean, it's not. I know it's not paint, but. It's not the same paint that you put on a wall or whatever. I mean, I know that, but it's like paint, right? Because you paint with it, like an artist. You know, paint. The thing is that, like, because I know like the makeup brushes that they sell as makeup brushes. Like, those are super expensive. Like, they go for like 40, 50 quid at times. But if you buy a paintbrush, you can get like a whole pack for like, you know, £2.50 or something. I'm just saying, man. I'm putting people on game here. I'm putting people on game. Rather than spending like 50 whatever pound on a brush just because it says Mac, right? You could just go to your arts and crafts shop and get a pack of brushes for like £2.50. Save a whole lot of money, do the same thing. Yeah, I guess you can call it bat shaped like the animal. Yeah, see? It's like a bat. I need to recreate that look one day. I kind of miss it. With then white porcelain, dead look. Yeah, bring it back. Maybe on Halloween. Next Halloween, I have to bring it back. Next Halloween, you could go dressed as yourself from 10 years ago. I'm going to a Halloween party dressed as myself from my younger days. Gothic Sam. Gotta take pictures though. Take pictures and post them on Insta. Because we all want to see that. We all want to see that. Gothic emo Sam. That's what we want to see. Puerto Rico, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Mexico. Oh, excuse me. Oof. Oh, excuse me. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I should do this makeup channel, man. I can give good advice. Save you money. Save you time. Man's a makeup expert. I could be a makeup guru. I'm just saying, man. Who's that guy? What's his name? The one that's always apologizing for something. Benson. No. James Charles. Yeah, I could be bigger than him. And I won't have to do no like child molesting drama or whatever to get famous. I can just stick to like the stick to the makeup and just keep my makeup channel about makeup and giving good makeup advice. Yeah, man, I might do that. That could be my next move. Polyfiller, you know. Polyfiller is good if you got like a hole in your teeth, actually. If you got a hole in your tooth, just put some polyfiller in there, be fine. That is not good advice, by the way. Do not put polyfiller in your mouth. That is not good advice. In case anybody is watching this video, I mean, you guys, I know, you guys are cool, but in case anybody finds this video at some point and watches it and is unaware of my style of speaking, just know that you should not be putting polyfiller in your mouth under any circumstances. It is not a good idea. I don't know what happens because I've never done it and I don't know anybody who has, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, putting polyfiller in your mouth is probably not a good idea at all, so do not do that. And don't put Gorilla Glue on your hair either. That's not it's not the same thing as got to be glue. It's just different. Next Halloween you're on, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Halloween. What's the time? It is 10:40, just about. You seen Train to Busan yet? Or I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I know the film you're talking about. Well, I know of the film, I should say, you're talking about. Let me see here. It's not on Netflix, is it? Nah, it is not on Netflix. It is not on Netflix at all. Okay, so let's see. Go to Amazon Prime. Here we go. Train to Busan. Okay, there's a couple of these movies. There's a sequel, I guess. Train to Busan presents Peninsula. But yeah, not seen it though. Not seen it, but I know of it. Is that a recommended movie, Brax? You know what? Actually, while we're doing that, let's pick the next movie night. So next movie night in a couple of weeks is the plan, which would be the 6th of December. So that'd be the first movie night of December, Monday, 6th December. And I'm thinking Life. What y'all think of Life? Life is a movie starring Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, made back in 1999. It is a comedy movie. and it is pretty damn awesome. Comedy drama they listed it as. It has Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, Oba Babatunde, Nick Cassavetes, Anthony Anderson, Barry Shabaka Henley, Brent Jennings, Miguel A. Nunez Jr., Michael Taliaferro, Guy Torre, Bokeem Woodbine, Ned Beatty, and is directed by... Who's directed by? Here we go, Ted Dem. But yeah, it's a cool movie, really good movie. I ain't know if y'all seen it already, but I've seen it. I like it. What y'all think of that as a suggestion for the next movie night in a couple of weeks? Paintbrushes for makeup. Polyfiller for teeth. Kev has wisdom. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know it, man. I'm gonna save you money. I'm gonna save you time. That's gonna be the basis of my makeup channel. I'm gonna save you money. I'm gonna save you time. You know, and I'm gonna give people good advice. Very bad idea. Yeah, man. I'm recommending to watch Peninsula and Soul Station. All three films are by the same director. He's a cartoon director. Busan was his first film with real people. Okay, went big. Okay. All right, cool. So Train to Busan, I guess that's the first one. That was 2016. Let me see here. Peninsula, what's the other one called again? Soul Station. That doesn't seem to be listed here actually. Let me see if I can find it. Soul Station. Okay, here it is. Okay, so alright, so so wait, Soul Station is the second one there. So it's Train to Busan, Soul Station, and then Peninsula. I think that's how it seems to be going. I'm just going by the years: 2016, 2017, and then the other one was, yeah. You wasted doing this, Kev. Get on the advice line. Yeah. I need to be making that money, man. Oh wait, Soul Station was an animated movie. Oh, I see, because that's right. Let me add some of these to my my list then. Let me add some of these to my list. Yeah, I saw Life a couple of times. I thought you meant Life 2017. I have not seen a film called Life. Well, I mean, I don't see Life 2017. But yeah, I meant Life with Eddie Murphy, and yeah, great film. And yes, if you've seen it, then you know it. Life, the sci-fi. Okay, I see it here. Was it Jake Gyllenhaal? Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Ryan Reynolds is in that movie, actually. Okay, that could be pretty good. That might be a pretty decent movie. Let me add this to my list. I might watch that sometime. Life, that's funny. Yep, indeed it is. Soul Station is the first. Oh, Soul Station is the first. Train to Busan is the second. Peninsula is the third. Soul Station is the short animated one. Okay, they might have the years wrong on this one then, but cool. Now I've added those to my list. I've added all those to my wish list, so get to those at some point. Wait, you said Soul Station is shorts. It's an hour and a half here on this one. Unless it's a different Soul Station just added to my list. Did I add the wrong Soul Station to my list? Damn. Sang Ho Young. I might have added a different Soul Station to my list. But yeah, there's a Soul Station, made it in 2017. That's an hour and a half long. So yeah, the Soul Station you talking about, I guess, is a different one that isn't on Amazon Prime. Damn. What's your free, man? Amberson will grip you mentally and emotionally. It's still one of the best zombie films. Okay, I didn't know it was a zombie movie. Well, I guess not. I know now. I know now. Cool. All right, guys. I think that's about time to start wrapping up and winding down. But yeah, no, we had some fun today, man. Appreciate you guys coming through. It is. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, appreciate you guys coming through. Watched Kung Fu Hustle. Cool movie, but yeah, in hindsight, maybe not a good one for the movie night because you kind of miss a bit. But you know, hopefully you guys, it seems you guys enjoyed it anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, so next week do a hangout stream, chat about some things. I'm gonna try to post some videos on the channel in the meantime. And also in the meantime, I'm all over the Twitches and the Instagrams and all that stuff as well. So yeah, make sure you follow me around all them places because man, I do this thing. You get me, fam? Man's doing this thing. But yeah, a couple of weeks is the plan for the next movie night, and that is Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. Great film, really cool film. I won't say too much if you haven't seen it, but yeah, cool film. But yeah, let's see. Talking about black movies earlier on, I just remembered I watched one a few months ago. All Black cast about a chick in a violent relationship. The acting really let down. Okay, which movie was that? Soul Station is on cinema and unlock my TV apps on Fire Stick. And add the Live 2017 to your list, man. Okay, so it's a good. Okay, cool. You'll be streaming it on YouTube also, man. Yeah, so movie nights are on YouTube. I do gaming streams now on Twitch. So if you want to come hang out with me on Twitch, I will play some games. Mostly playing Halo Infinite right now. So yeah, yeah, if you want to come hang out with me on Twitch, I'm at Bandit Haze on Twitch. But yeah, movie nights are on YouTube. So that would be, was it 6th December we said, wasn't it? So a couple of weeks. So how we do it is that every Monday, we kind of alternate. So 1 week it's movie nights. Next week we just do a hangout stream. Then movie night, hangout stream. I just alternate between them each Monday. Around about 8 PM GMT usually. But you know, it might be a little bit late sometimes. You know, BMT and all that. But yeah, just I'll be on YouTube. That's the plan for that. Can't remember as Netflix or Prime. It's gone now though. Alright. So good, no bother. You said that acting let it down, so I guess it's not one to check out anyway. So we'll leave that. We'll leave it. Oh, I haven't yet, but I'm gonna join Twitch and Discord. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you do that. The Discord, to be fair, is a bit slow. I think it's fair to say there's not much activity on my Discord. Maybe one day there will be, but at the moment it is very, very. But yeah, you know, you could join it. You know, I still post things there from time to time, and occasionally somebody else might post something there too. Yeah, maybe eventually at some point that start popping off. But for now, it's a pretty quiet zone. But yeah. Yo, what up, Ken? I watched Adventures in Babysitting last night. Oh, that's on Netflix, isn't it? I think I saw that actually. You know, did I see that? I saw one movie called something about babysitting on Netflix. No, I saw a film called The Babysitter. Is that the one I saw? I don't remember, but I think it was The Babysitter I watched. Not the, yeah, I think it was the babysitter. It wasn't very good anyway. But yeah, Ken, I'm sorry, dude, but you came just as I was wrapping up the stream. But I appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate you dropping in with Elizabeth Shue. Oh, that's an old school movie then. Yeah, I ain't seen that then. Big up for coming through. Big up to you and your crew. To all the talkers and the stalkers, to the stayers and the strayers, I appreciate you, whether you stayed for a little bit or stayed for a lot of bits, man. But yeah, next movie night, couple of weeks, next week, we're just gonna hang out. In the meantime, I'll try and post some videos. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Insta, Twitter, all of that stuff. There's some links in the description to find my socials and other channels. But guys, you've been awesome as always. Till whenever, if ever, peace.